Okay, so there was this particular Hausa speaking lady. She didn't speak English or any other language. She barely understood English, but we could communicate with her because most of us there understood Hausa to, if not all of it, to a certain extent. And there were some people, yeah, most people there understood Hausa very well because they were Abuja based, going to Abuja and all that. So they were able to communicate with her. When this man that they kidnapped a day before said if there was a phone, then she just shook her hand and she brought out her phone, a small touchlight phone. The battery was dead. To like, we had to hurriedly. He called the camp, the farmers camp. Then for the families that they went to pick ransom and all that, those that knew their families' number offered were able to reach their families and connect them to the farmers camp somehow, some way, somehow. How that happened, I'm not even going to go into details. Then, yeah, so the farmer was like, we knew the way, he knew the way, so we should start walking. But since we didn't have any form of light and that woman's phone was about to go off, I think the time was about 5 then. And he was like, we literally have almost 2 hours journey or more than, or 3 hours ahead of us on foot. And it's just going to be dark soon and it's the wild, Jesus. He said it's not safe, there's no matches or anything. So we had to start walking fast. I could not walk, literally. So the man had to carry me. What's even myself and the man started bonding because he discovered we're from the same place when he heard my name, Oiza. And okay, he was speaking my language for me. I did not understand the um, language very well, just the basics. And it was like, okay, you didn't grow up here, obviously, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. Then we made it to farmer camp after hours, and everybody, some saw their families. In less than a minute or two, cars were tripping in to come and pick every victim. Then there were more phones to reach out to families, and at the camp they gave us water to wash leg, water to drink, and all that. And for the first time, I broke down in tears. I did not know why I was crying, but I was crying heavily. Then when the cars arrived, everybody boarded each vehicle and each vehicle. And before we could get to the main road from where we were, it took 2 hours exactly. Then from the main road was Ajaokuta side. We had to travel back to Okene police station that night, which took, I don't know. I just know I was zoned out and still singing my song if the world was ending, blah, blah, blah. When we got to the police stations, the ones that could find their families and all that could, and that some had to sleep in station, then they asked me, can I reach my family? I was like, if you get me a phone, I can go on social media and text somebody. And they were like, since you are from this place, it's your village, you're already in your village, can we go to your family's house? I was like, I'm not familiar with the people there. The people I'm familiar with might not just be around. And it's late. So that farmer guy again took me to an hotel and some other victims like that. And he paid. Our clothes were washed for us and we're given wrappers to tie or something. While our clothes dried, we were fed and everything. Me, they had to carry me because I could not walk. I passed out immediately. I came down from the vehicle when we first arrived at the police station. I don't know if I missed that part. The next thing I saw was a whole town of people on my head. What's your name? Where are you from? They gave me malt and milk, and I was like, is this really happening right now? Because I've only seen those kind of situations in movies or I've heard, and this was me living it. So when we got to the hotel, I was given the phone to go on social media to reach out to my family, get their numbers or something. Then I was super excited, or I don't know, whatever was leading me. Then I reached out to who I needed to reach out to, and they were like, Alhamdulillah, glory to God, everything, this is how we are going to move, blah, blah, blah. Then I went on Facebook and I posted Wagwan. I thought Wagwan means how are you? That was what. And before I came, some people were already creating conspiracies and lies and voice notes and everything, and they just used that wagwan to hold me. And I was dragged on national Twitter, trending number 4. I think I have that screenshot that I allegedly faked my kidnap. Even after my police report, even after statements from witnesses, from other victims and everything, I was still in the mud. Search Adebayo Oiza on the internet and you see 18-year-old that faked a kidnap. It was not what I did not want my name on the spotlight. But if I wanted it, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. And I was just like really, 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 really traumatized when I saw that I was being dragged. Then some of my friends joked about the situation and it leaked, like the conversations leaked, and people built theories upon that. So first of all, when I was coming out, I was thinking the only stigma I'll have to deal with is the girl that was kidnapped. Then the kidnapped trauma might start playing and all of that. But then I had to deal with double. The girl that was kidnapped, whatever happened there, and the girl that faked her kidnap. Yeah, that was literally my name. When I came out of the kidnap, I was in the hospital for like a week. I did surgery. I did a lot just to get better physically. I got better physically. But mentally, I am such a wreck. A fucking beautiful wreck. And I would never heal, to be honest with you. I am still going to be a mess and I would be a mess. People tell me to suck it up anytime I want to vent about the whole kidnap stuff, but guy, I do not care about if people have forgotten or if people have not forgotten. I'm caring about my own self. I still remember that like it was yesterday. I hallucinate. I barely sleep. I hear songs playing. I pass green bush and I see flashy images of the whole thing. You saying I faked my kidnap self, not be that one pay me, but I'm just dealing with some kind of aftermath, some scary aftermath now that I don't know. After such traumatizing event, to you it's a year, to me it's yesterday. In fact, it's today. It feels like today. I would never heal from it. I don't think I can heal that easily. But I just needed to talk about it. I don't know if I talked about it in full details like I should have, because right now my emotions are running wild. Or maybe I said too much. I really cannot tell. But this is as far as I can talk about it. What's the point of talking about it actually? It's closure. I just want closure. I just want closure. I didn't fake my kidnap. I was really kidnapped and I'm scarred for life. But your opinions don't matter. Maybe it does. Because if you search my name, if I needed a job and they search Adebayo Oiza for my resume, instead of them saying the good things I've done, they'll see 18-year-old first that faked a kidnap. Even Urban Dictionary changed the meaning of Oiza from goodness to Oiza to pulling a scam or whatever. I have people that dragged me or fabricated stories about the whole thing, coming back to me, apologizing months after. I don't even want to talk about the hypocrisy of that one. Trying to be friends. Like, you're not alright, Sha. After you did what you did, you're coming all of a sudden to come and be, oh, nice. And you didn't even do it in public the way you dragged me. You are doing it in private. And every day I get this kind of text messages till now from a random person. I'm sorry I dragged you then. Or somebody brings something to just bring up that situation and you guys say people will forget. People have not forgotten, obviously. And I am the victim. The victim never forgets. The victim never forgets. If I don't even have any word of advice to anybody going through anything or might have gone through anything similar. Motivational quotes, it don't finish. If you are traumatized, stay traumatized. But then seek medical help, before it goes out of hand. And Shebi, you can go and meet your Alpha or go and meet your priest in the church to pray for you. Maybe if you get something. But talk to somebody about it. If you don't talk, your mental state will be bad like mine. Because every time I try to talk, I said I'll use less curse words on this channel. But sorry. Every time I try to talk, people would shut me. And this is my only time that nobody is actually shutting me. So I am just talking. So yeah, if you happen to be in that situation, please talk. If anybody wants to shut you, tell the person that no, you have to let out your emotions, and because you're human, when you let it out, it's easier that way. Not that it bottles up in. Because when the person even tells you to hush, there's this kind of emotion that's added to that. Then when it bottles up in one day, you explode poof, like a big bag of peanuts. Peanuts, that peanuts that we used to eat. If you don't want to blow up and be a wreck like me, then talk. Don't let them shush you. But if you want to be a wreck, because I know some psychotic people that love to taste bad things. If you want to be a wreck, then sure, bottle up your... Please, carry on. I do not want to be the only one that's in this wreck market. At the beginning, I was trying to say something about the beginning of the end of a new era, or how did I put the English? But okay, it was October 2020, was it? October 2020 was the beginning of a new life for me. It was the beginning of a new me, basically. I don't know, remember life from before October and after. Things have been happening, but quite frankly, I did not keep track of what has been happening. I just remember October and some other bullshit like that that's going on. And see, most times there is this confidence boost I get that used to be the old me, little Miss Sunlight. And I just, yippee, yay. But other times, I am scared. I am broken. I feel afraid. I feel like I'm in a dark room. I feel suffocated. I feel the walls are closing in. I just, those kind of depressed shit. But I tell people I'm not depressed, sure. Maybe I undergo something that maybe one kind of traumatic event. But I'm not depressed. I'm just exhausted because I cannot get my life back to the way it was. And now activities used to run for me. And it's exhausting trying to actually pick up from where I stopped. So I'm not depressed, but sometimes I just get in my feelings about the whole thing. Regardless, Sha, I still said, if there is anything that happens, do not let people shush you. Just talk immediately. As long as you know you didn't lie, and I never lied about that stuff. If you did not lie, please talk down so that you don't build up mental issues and end up like me. Except you are psychotic and you want to end up like me. Like I said, I don't want to be the only one in the crazy market. So come and join me. It will not be bad to have company in this dark and lonely place. But still, I am thriving. It's not always a sad ending. Do you think it's a sad ending for me? No, I'm just saying that normal, I'm a human. I have emotions and I feel things. And yeah, ever since then, I did not forget the event. It was traumatic, blah, blah, blah. I'm feeling. I did not forget. But that does not mean I'm letting it weigh me down. See, like I said, there are times where I have my roller coaster of emotions. But the other times we move. Like, I'm thriving, but it's not easy. But I'm thriving. I just have to thrive, because how would I know what will happen if I never tried in the first place? If I end up just sulking and just being there and all of that. So basically, the story has not ended yet, and we might just have a happily ever after, or might not. We can never tell. If you've watched this far, Thank you. Thank you. You guys are loyal. You're the best set of people ever. And well, thank you for listening to the long boring story. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Drop a white heart. Let me know the people that actually got to the ending. That is my checkpoint. Let me know my loyal subscribers or something. And this time I'm going, by God's grace, I'm going to be. See, I always say by God's grace, I'm going to be more consistent with this shit, but I know that I never be more consistent, but I'm going to say it again. By God's grace, I'm going to be more consistent. And with your prayers, of course, I would be more consistent. So see you guys on the next one. And stay safe. Do not commit any harams while I'm away. And dear future children and future me, I love you. And I hope I did this video well because I don't know, but I just hope you're proud of me.